Alright, we don't have a lot of time. Between her weapon and whatever tech she's put in here, Ja'ula's done a lot of damage. We need to put a stop to it before it gets too... That would... Good. Whatever's happening with that Mokai tech hasn't spread here. Not yet, anyway. Take some samples from healthy spore clusters. We'll need them for comparison studies later. You really can't appreciate this place until you see it for yourself. This is serious. If the network is damaged beyond repair, it could end all life, everywhere. Hold your fire. I'm pretty sure she comes in peace.
Outsiders, I am of the Jasep. We are people of this realm. We have met people of your realm before. Many of them have traveled here. Others from your realm have sent things that are hurting us. You must make this stop. I created this form to give the Jasep voice, to communicate with you. Based on the memories of many who have been here, Patel is compassionate, idealistic, someone who protects, someone like the Jasep. We waste time. Strange devices have been brought here. They make the fungus sick. They are making the Yield tree bloom.
This Yield tree she's talking about is bad news. The Jasep aren't fond of it, and with good reason. Its bark is toxic to them.
There was a tear in the sky, and a device came through it from your realm. It gives off strange light and heat at all times. This is what brings the sickness and the poison. We know it. The device is deeper in the forest. I will take you to it. But you must stop it. You must.
Let's get moving. Looks like this device is deeper in the mycelial forest. Watch for visible signs of fungal corruption and Yield tree growth. The more we see, the closer we'll be to the problem.
We can use this to move quickly. It will let us travel through the network to another part of the realm.
Interesting. This might be a tardigrade birthing ground. Try not to scare the little ones, okay? I don't think we'd survive an encounter with an angry adult tardigrade, let alone several. The liquid sources here may tell us more about them as well. Tardigrades can put themselves into a desiccated state to survive without water, but they still need it to remain active and to grow. Take a sample from the center of the pool. That should provide useful information. The fluid sample shows a high level of nucleotides and proteins. This serves not only as a liquid source for the local flora, but also a nutrient carrier. These proteins include compounds associated with the formation of neurotransmission and memory. It's possible that the liquid carries information in the form of protein compounds, and that specific fungi may release chemicals into the fluid that allow for widespread communication. Interesting. Even baby tardigrades are extremely tough.
The tardigrades are of the realm. They live in harmony within the forest.
These readings could be very helpful to us here. Understanding this ecosystem may be the key to healing it. Look, see that? That's definitely not Klingon tech. It's running clean, too. No radiation or harmful emissions. Whatever it is, it's not part of the problem here. I'd like to take a closer look, if you don't mind. Curiouser and curiouser. This is Alachi tech. I wonder what they're doing in here. This device appears to collect spores floating in the atmosphere. Based on what we know about Alachi, I think it's collecting food for them.
Alachi are, like the Josette, part of this realm. They lived here before they went to serve and fight in your realm. Now some of them have returned.
Maybe. The Alachi don't have a lot of friends in the Alliance. I'd be worried about this information falling into the wrong hands. The last thing this place needs is a bunch of well-armed types stomping around looking for payback from the Alachi. Incoming!
Something's wrong with the Alachi. They have the sickness. Those Alachi were of the realm, but they were sick. Toxic, like the Yield Tree. Their devices were corrupt as well. If we cannot cure the Alachi, we must cull them from the realm before the sickness spreads. You see? Look. Look here. It is corrupted. The device makes it grow in a strange, toxic way, and it spreads the sickness.
Lots of Yield Tree growth here. That's not a good thing. The corruption is getting stronger. This fungi is being mutated by Hark-Peng radiation. Not good. Looks like this used to be an Alachi research outpost. They were starting to build defense systems in response to incursions from our space. Bet you can't guess who's responsible for those. Unfortunately, the radiation from Ja'ula's tech had a negative effect on the Alachi. They began to mutate, and their higher brain function started to deteriorate. Looks like a team decided to head deeper into the network to deal with the problem. There aren't any apparent entries in the path.
We must go deeper into the network. toward the source of the corruption. The device is close, you see? The yield trees, the corruption, they have spread through this area. Find the next node and jump. The source of the sickness must be in the next area.
Something's wrong here. The radiation has mutated the hyphae grouping in this conduit. I can't compute its dynamic output ranges and adjust to compensate for the mutation. Long story short, we're stuck.
No. The sickness has damaged it too much. I cannot speak to it and make it work. It must be navigated by the Stamets. The living Stamets. The living Stamets, the one who came here before, was part of the network, connected. He touched it with his mind. The living Stamets could feel the flow of the network. That is how he guided his ship home through it. Yes, but this Stamets does not think the same way. It thinks like a machine, not like the living. The memories and essence of the Stamets from before are within the network. We may be able to bring them forth for you, so you can merge them with this Stamets. What you need is within what grows here, and the fluid that connects and sustains it. The mycelial forest is a vast network, much like your computers. All you need to do is bring the memories you want to the surface. The water connects all the growth. Use it to compel the fronds to blossom and release the memories you see. Watch carefully. When the fronds bloom, collect the spore memories from them. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Flanking damage detected.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Enemy targets on sensor.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate. You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Enemy targets on sensor.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Enemy targets on sensor.
You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate. You have the spores. Now you must return to the place of memory. Together, we will make them rebuild the memory of what was.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Hugh, now I know what it was like for you when you came back. Now it's my turn, except you're not here. None of you are. Burnham, Tilly, Saru, all of you. You're fine.
Spores. They're the building blocks of energy across the universe.
Look how it interacts with the spores.
What's left of it?
It's as if I don't know where to go.
You only do it for me, but
I could be
I do love it when you only do things for me. The thread that weaves life through space.
I so hoped you would find your way.
I can't even find my way out. Follow the music, Paul.
I'm not going anywhere.
Open your eyes.
Hugh? Okay. I know what I need to do here. I'm gonna need a moment here, okay? This is a lot to take in. Okay. Everything's all coming together in my head now. I can navigate the network again. I can do this.
We are alike now, both created for a purpose, but with the memories of someone else. The memories of a life not entirely our own. But we are alive.
Patel may be a living thing, but what about me? I'm a computer program, a simulation of a life once lived, and yet I remember being him. I remember the thrill of discovering the mycelial network, the terror of the Klingon War, serving on Discovery, everything I felt when I lost Hugh, and everything I felt when he came back. All of it. Everything.
We were made, not born. But that alone does not define us. If we have all the memories, all the feelings, we can choose how to live, according to what we know and feel. We are as real as anyone. We are just made of different things.
You're giving me the chance to do what I want, to be who I want to be. Thank you. I've made my choice. Let's finish this. A lot of people are counting on us, counting on me. I can help, and I will. It's what Hugh would have wanted, and it's what I want.
sickness. It is strong here. It is dangerous. Already, many of the Elachi have become sick and corrupted. There are 3 devices up ahead. You must disable them. There are the devices, up ahead. They are of the realm, but the sickness doesn't affect them. It should. They eat overgrown blooms, they drink the water. Somehow, they remain strong.
Right now, the radiation is creating more overgrowth than the tardigrades can eat. If we take out Ja'ula's device, the corruption will stop, and the growth rate will return to normal. Then the tardigrades will eat the surplus overgrowth, corrupted or not. Given time, they should slowly bring the ecosystem back into balance. This could be tricky. We can't disable the probes without clearing the corrupted mycelium, and we can't do that without risking detonation. We're gonna need to think outside the box on this one. I'm thinking we use the healthy spore samples we collected earlier, if you're willing to wave a carrot in front of a hungry, practically indestructible 8-legged horse. Remember, we need to lead the tardigrade to the probe. We're ready for you to disable that probe.
is distracted. Quickly, use your lure again. Tardigrade is distracted. Quickly, use your lure again.
The tardigrade's done. Disable that probe. Good work. Now lure the tardigrade to another probe.
Tardigrade is distracted. Quickly, use your lure again.
Nice! Only one more to go. We're ready for you to disable that probe. This is all starting to come together. Ja'ula's plan, that is. I think I understand what she's trying to do. Ja'ula and House Mokai learn about classified Starfleet projects in 2256. She raids the Glen and discovers the Spore Drive, steals all of the data on it, and manages to build a weapon based on the technology. She puts her shiny new toy on her flagship and joins the attack on Starbase 1. That didn't work out so well for her, though. The weapon malfunctions and the subsequent explosion throws her into this century. Ja'ula works out the bugs in her weapon's design. She determines that mutated spores are a critical component, so she sets out to get more of them. That's where the probes come in. She fires them into the network, they beam out Hark-Peng radiation, spores mutate, and Ja'ula gets more ammo for her weapon of mass destruction. Problem is, she didn't think it through. The radiation causes unexpected side effects, as we've seen firsthand. Somehow, I don't think Ja'ula is worried about collateral damage, though. Knowledge is power. Now that we know what she's up to, we can take steps to put an end to her plan and protect the network from her actions. Hopefully, we'll be able to work with the Josep on this. Who knows, maybe the Alachi will join the fight. The sane Alachi, that is. No argument there. Wait, did you hear that? Something's coming. Something big. I'm gonna say that's not a good sign.
Do not fire. We are allies. Forgive me. It has been so long since I have used my voice. I was Jarsev, a Romulan once. I am Ilachi now. Partially. My mind returns to the time before my change. The weapon is to blame. It corrupts some of us. Drives us mad. Others, like me, become fusions of Ilachi and what we were before. Wait. These weapons, they are not of your creation, are they? You must stop her. Close the rifts. Destroy her weapons. If she continues this madness, she will utterly corrupt this realm. If that happens, it will break through into the void space, your realm, and destroy everything. You should return to your realm. Ju'ula's attack has angered other Ilachi. They are taking a fleet to destroy anything on the other side of the rift.
You must leave now. Go to your realm and help your people while you can. It is our way. The Josep thank you for removing the sickness. We will work with Tarsev and other Ilachi who wish to stand together against Ja'ula. We believe we will meet again, friends. Goodbye.
We're receiving your data now. No sign of our House Mokai friends, but something's definitely happening with the rift. Based on what you've found out in the network, we'll be able to close it, but we'll need to get several external readings before we're ready to try.
Riscala and Hoffman can head to opposite ends of the rift. From there, we should each be able to get a differential reading. Once we have enough data, you can use a deflector modulation to close the rift.
Those Ilachi ships, they're using spore drives. The Ilachi drive in the area. Racing. I'm gonna keep heading out.
The Hoffman is in position. Initiating scan.
Heads up!
Captain John, all Alliance forces. The Enterprise is here to help.
Can't say I didn't have doubts at first, but whew, well done. Not to rain on the parade here, but Ja'ula's still out there. As long as she has that weapon and the spores it needs to power it, this can happen again.
Well, you can count on the Lukari. We will do what we can to stop her. This isn't just a threat to our universe. There's a brilliant, wondrous realm lying beneath our conception of space. And it's in danger as well. We can't let harm come to it from our side of the cosmos.
We stopped Ja'ula's attack and saved Andoria. I'd call that a good start. That rift, though, that's something you don't see every day, even in Starfleet. And I've seen some strange things in my time. It was good working with you all. I'll make sure Starfleet Command is updated. We'll do everything we can to bring Ja'ula to justice and put a stop to this campaign of hers.
About Ja'ula, she's going to go after any spores she can get her hands on. You're going to want to cut her off, the sooner the better. And I can help with that. Pretty sure you didn't bring me into all this for the charming conversation, though that is a definite bonus. I'll be glad to have something to do. It'll help me adjust to life as a sentient hologram. I've got a lot to process and a lot to catch up on. That might be the understatement of the 25th century. Short term, I'll start putting together a list of known spore colonies. We need to keep an eye on those. If we're lucky, we'll catch Ja'ula before something like this happens again.
What an extraordinary series of events. The mycelial network will be of great interest to the Lukari, I can assure you. Our own astromycologists will want to study it as soon as possible. I do hope the Alliance is able to put a swift end to Ja'ula's campaign. The thought of her using spores as part of a weapon, it's unsettling. If she's able to perfect that technology, no one will be safe from her wrath. Finally, please send my regards to Commander Stamets. It was such a pleasure to work with him, and I do wish him the best as he explores the galaxy in our time.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Reaching each milestone will unlock additional bonuses or Bridge Officer Training Manual recipe.
One of our classified research facilities has taken a high-profile person of interest into custody. Starfleet Intelligence sent agents to investigate, but the prisoner refuses to speak with them on the matter. Here's where it gets interesting. The prisoner says they will only speak to you about this. Naturally, Starfleet Intelligence wants to get to the bottom of things, and so they've requested your assistance. You've been granted clearance to enter the facility and meet with the prisoner. Get out there and see what's going on. There's been a breakthrough in our efforts to learn more about the Terran Empire's operations in the Mirror Universe. Our intelligence forces would like you to be a part of the plan going forward. Report to our intel agent on Jupiter Station. They'll have more details for you there. Alliance scientists have detected an active critical level reality vortex near Starbase 1.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to P'Jem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions? P'Jem is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on P'Jem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians. It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They study the ideals of Surrak. Do you have any questions? My business is my own. If you must know more, I require a meeting with the Abbot. He will not use subspace communications, so if I'm to receive his counsel, I need to meet with him directly. Do you have any questions?
Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse in completing your mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, P'Jem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access to it is strictly prohibited. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty, but Savin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Soketh permissions to meet with the Abbot at P'Jem. This is most abnormal. The Ambassador has considered going to the Council to request that they overrule Savin, but the process will take time that he simply does not have. If the Ambassador is unable to complete his journey to P'Jem now, he will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Corodan is complete, and that could take weeks. The Ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world. I have seen it change him. His interactions with other species have grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging for him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than he has in convincing him to grant the Ambassador's request.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? Soketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to P'Jem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at P'Jem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. P'Jem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? Many years ago, P'Jem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? Even a people who reject emotion require peace and contemplation. We are a spiritual people. Our rituals guide us throughout our lives. Vulcans who choose a life of study and isolation, as the monks at P'Jem have done, help us maintain our connection with our ancestors. The monk's study of Sirach's words in the Kir'Shara give us all a greater understanding of who we are and who we should strive to be. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? Centuries ago, the Vulcans were creatures of emotion. We fought one another in a series of wars that devastated our planet. Our species was on the brink of annihilation. Sirach taught us to embrace peace and to put aside our emotions in favor of logic. Sirach ushered in a time of awakening on Vulcan. His writings, the Kir'Shara, shaped all that we are. Without Sirach, the Vulcans you know would not exist. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? I neither trust him nor distrust the Ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the Abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even replicators are not permitted on P'Jem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Soketh's request does not qualify. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect P'Jem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the Abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect P'Jem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Do you have any questions? Excellent. Our departure has been delayed long enough by the whims of one man. I am prepared for the journey and can leave immediately.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
Your inventory has a replicator that allows you to buy and sell items.
sickbay. Repeat, maintenance needed in sickbay. The shuttle to Saturn will leave in 0830 hours.
When you are ready to return to your ship, hold the X.
You can find various ship services here in the Ship Requisition Center. You can requisition ship equipment, change your ship's appearance, or switch to a different ship there.
When you are ready to return to your ship, hold the X button to bring up your Captain Commands menu and select Return to Ship. Security teams, report to Docking Bay 6. Security teams, report to Docking Bay 8. Security teams, report to Docking Bay 6.
Enterprise, commander of TAS Vintok. Thank you for your timely assistance. We were conducting a procedure with Admiral Kumarke on the Vortex when it began to fluctuate wildly. Before we could compensate, the enemy vessels began to emerge from the Vortex and attack. Indeed, while our forces have fought valiantly, we are outmatched. Several ships, including the Inouye, are held in tractor beams. We believe they are primary targets for assimilation. We must release those ships at once. Admiral Kumarke is aboard the Inouye, along with her data on protomatter and the vortices. That must not fall into the hands of the Borg. You will need to disable the cube in order to target the tractor beams.
Resistance will be annihilated? Not the usual line from the Borg. Warp containment failing. Breach imminent. Repeat, breach.
remaining tractor emitter. Final tractor emitter disabled. Our ships are free.
Nice work. We're not out of this yet. We're supported by the Borg on multiple decks. The highest concentration of Borg is on the engineering deck. We think...
Thanks for coming. We need all the help we can get against the Borg. Aaron McDonald, Astrophysics. I was on my way to assist Admiral Kumarke when all hell broke loose. Frankly, I'm lucky to be alive. I'm a scientist, not a security officer. Main engineering, I believe. We'll need to move fast and hit hard. These new Borg are incredibly tough and brutal. It's disturbing. This way. We should get moving. Are you ready to go? Watch out! It's one of their drones. See what I mean? They're very hard to put down. Let's scan it. It might reveal something about their defense systems. Look, this drone is emitting a unique quantum signature. It's not from around here. Okay, the drone's organic composition matches that of a human. From Terra. Add that to its quantum signature, and there's only one logical conclusion here. These Borg attacking us? They're from the Mirror Universe. They just took commanders off! More weapon fire ahead. Borg and Starfleet.
Make every shot count, people! They've adapted! Use your remodulators! Larson! Look out!
Nice shot! Let's deal with the rest of them now!
Captain, are you okay?
I'm fine. Give us a hand with these Borg. Thanks for the assist. These drones have some pretty impressive combat upgrades. I've faced my share of Borg, and none of them were like this. That would explain a lot. The heightened aggression, stronger combat systems. We even have a hard time locating them on sensors. We've noticed they assimilate combat-trained officers and kill the rest. Strangely, none of them tried to assimilate me. You'd think the ship's captain would be a top priority for them. Right. We need to get to main engineering ASAP. Admiral Kamarke and her team might not have a lot of time left. Come with me. So, these Mirrorborg are using vortices to launch attacks. That makes every vortex a potential beachhead for them. Up ahead, some of my crew are trapped, fighting drones. We need to help them. See if you can lower that security field. Ramirez! Malone! Hold on! We're gonna get you out of there! Hurry! Get that field down! They're gone. I knew them. Families. We'd better get going. Help who we can, while we can.
Captain! Help me, please!
Damn it. This was the first tour out of the academy. There's a security team up ahead. They need backup.
Look, it's the captain. Thanks, Captain. Things were looking rough for us.
Okay. Our best shot at reaching engineering is to go through the Jeffries tubes. There are a number of routes once we get up there. We need to split up. Send your officers one way, and we'll take another. Increase the chance of at least one group arriving intact and unassimilated. Agreed. Good luck, everyone. Let's get moving.
Captain, Lieutenant Wen and I are heading in...
Commander! Commander! Internal comms are being jammed. I think we can boost the signal near here. This way. Nice. We were able to boost comms without taking down anything critical. Let me try calling McDonald. Kim to McDonald, repeat your last message.
Wen and I are heading to engineering. We'll meet you there.
Understood. See you at engineering.
Computer, unlock this door. Override code Kim 314 Alpha. That EPS conduit is leaking. Should be able to reroute the flow around here. Thanks for getting that. I'm picking up a life sign ahead. Come on. Computer, unlock this door. Override code Kim 2718 Epsilon. Ensign Koloch, are you okay?
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Come with us.
Aye, sir.
Ah! Captain, it's got my leg! Koloch! Damn it! I lost him. We should get moving. Computer, unlock this door. Override code Kim 628 Omega. This is Kim. What just happened? Report!
McDonald here. A drone charged Gwen and I, and it blew up. Self-destruction.
We're coming, Commander. Stay safe. Computer, unlock this door. Override code Kim 1839 Delta. Looks like some Borg are behind that door. It's reinforced, but it's only a matter of time. Let's keep moving. We're on it, Commander. There should be an interface up ahead. Help me out.
Please, hurry! Oh no! Captain! They're on me!
McDonald! Damn! No answer. Another drone. Looks like a tough one. Take it down. The Borg's vinculum is accelerating its regeneration. Tear it out before it heals itself. That was close. Nice work. Yeah, we ran into one of them earlier, before you arrived. That system isn't limited to self-repair. It can restore any Borg within range. They'll need to be priority targets. We should get to main engineering. The exit to this tube is just ahead. Main engineering isn't far from here. We're almost there. It's like McDonald said, they can self-destruct! Admiral Kumarke! Glad to see you're still with us.
Thank you, Captain. Let's do what we can with these Borg.
Captain, sorry I'm late.
Commander, are you okay?
I'll manage, sir.
We can't let them take the protomatter tech.
I'm on it, Captain.
Huh? You're an astrophysicist, not an engineer.
Actually, sir, I minored in engineering at the Academy.
Whatever you're gonna do, make it fast.
Wow, it actually worked. I flooded the chamber with an improvised form of digital chaff. It masked the presence of the protomatter tech, gave me time to put up a security field. As far as the Borg are concerned, there's no protomatter here, or on the ship. We should be safe for a while. Let's hope they don't figure out my sneaky trick anytime soon. Admiral Kumarke, is your vortex data secure and functional?
I'll run a diagnostic now. Give me a moment to make some final entries. That should do it! Oh no! 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 No!
That drone. It referred to Kumarke as its target. The Borg were after her all along. The rest? All the death? The loss? Just a diversionary tactic. For now. Once they figure that out, they'll be back. And we're barely intact as it is. Kumarke's the key. We need to mount a rescue mission before she's assimilated. First things first. We can't rescue anyone until we knock that cube's shields down. That's a pretty tall order. Right. Return to your ship while I... Looks like the Borg added a few spheres to their ranks while we were dealing with their friends. Let's deal with them so we can focus on getting the shield down on that cube. Hold on. Are you reading this? The vortex is fluctuating again. Multiple signals coming through. It could be more Borg vessels.
on the way. Defenses are down. Let's take it out.
Belay that, Captain. Admiral Camarque is on that cube.
Understood. I shall inform our allies. Fire to disable only.
you friends have given us the chance we need to rescue our people. I think I've located a hostile free transport site on sensors, but it's hard to be sure with these Borg. Sending you the coordinates now. Let's beam over and get the job done.
Ready weapons! Wait, they're inactive. Hard to tell if they're dead or alive. We've seen how much more advanced they are than the Borg in our universe. Something could be masking their life signs. We need to find out how. Let's start by scanning the Borg in the alcoves here. Take advantage of their inactivity to study them up close. Are you seeing this? Looks like they're using modified Angosian tech to conceal their life signs. Barely reading them, even up close. It gets worse. It looks like there's a local field that renders our tricorders useless past close range. That means no maps, and no long-distance scans. We're at a big disadvantage in here until we figure out how to compensate for all the interference. All right, let's go. I see a console over there. Let's check it out. This is not good. I'm picking up a lot of technology that our Borg don't have access to. Klingon, Zenkethi, even Dominion. They have advanced Starfleet tech as well. Weapons-grade transphasic systems. Their baseline operations tech is close to that of our Borg. We should be able to operate low-level systems like doors and platforms, which is good, since we'll need to cross that gap to move forward. Okay, the console we need is a little further down the way. Another platform to raise. Let's hope our luck holds out. Had to go and jinx it. This console is on a higher security protocol than I can bypass, at least with a tricorder. Think we'll have to find another route. I saw a doorway on our way here. Let's try that. I suppose it would have been too easy if that worked. Hold on. Let's run a scan on that node in the ceiling. I'm picking up a system similar to those we found in the Vinculum drones. That node is a regeneration system. No, this node isn't active. Keep your eyes open, though. If we run into an active node and there are active drones nearby, our lives are going to get complicated real fast. We should make them priority targets, just like the Vinculum drones. Reading these will be my tricolor. Scan the alcoves and see what's different here. Based on these readings, the alcove regen cycle should be ending in... Oh no! Those Vinculum nodes are regenerating the Borg! Get out of here! Raise the platform! I'll cover you! We should deal with the reinforcements before we cross over. Getting some interesting readings from that console over there. Let's take a closer look. Nice work. You isolated the general area where my crew and Camarque are, and managed to access a local deck plan. We have a map! Right. According to this deck plan, there's another platform to cross up ahead. Let's go. Okay, that bridge should lead us to where Camarque and my crew are being held.
Enemy targets on sensor. Making damage detected.
This looks more complicated. Let's take a second to control those large power conduits. They supply energy to the platform we need to cross the gap when they're operational. The power conduits are out of alignment. We'll need to align all three of them to restore power to the platform. We need to align the power conduits. That conduit is aligned. 2 to go. We need to align the power conduits. We need to align the power conduits. Power conduit aligned. Just one more to go. To align the power conduits. We need to align the power conduits. We need to align the power conduits. We need to align the power conduits. Good work. Cross over now. I'm reading a large power source nearby. Looks like a security field. We need to lower that field. Scan that console. It may control it. The field's locked down, but I think I can use the console to bypass security and drop it. It's going to be tricky work. Cover me while I do a little creative programming. The field's down! Let's finish up and move on! We're close. I'm picking up a L'Akari life sign nearby. Look, over there. It's Kamarke. Damn. Those drones. They were part of my crew.
Species 3992 is a special resistant to assimilation. Proceed with surgical modifications.
We need to get her out of here. Now! What the hell?
Hostiles detected. Initiate combat protocol. I am Strategus Zentora. Resistance will be annihilated.
Take down drones! We need to make Zentorok vulnerable!
There is no hope in resistance. The bait for assimilation will be destroyed.
Take down drones! We need to make Zentorok vulnerable! Zentorok's vulnerable! Hit him hard! Open fire! It adapted! Take out drones to make Zentorok vulnerable again! Take down drones! We need to make Zentorok vulnerable! Take down drones! We need to make Zentorok vulnerable! Take down drones! We need to make Zentorok vulnerable! Zentorok's vulnerable! Hit him hard! Open fire!
Get me out of here! Thank you, my friend. What a harrowing experience. I'd heard stories about the Borg, but none of them prepared me for this nightmare. Yes, I can manage from here. We should return to our ships immediately.
We made it. only we'd been able to bring everyone back. Yeah, we do. Let's take care of that, shall we? I've looked at those ugly hunks of junk long enough. Inoue out. All ships, fire on the cube. Let's take it out.
Anvame, you're back. Oh, I thought you were lost to us.
It was a close call, but our friends showed us the way home.
left.
Now that the invaders have been dealt with, Bright Eyes and I will be free to seal the vortex here once and for all. Thanks to you, of course.
I just received word from Starfleet Command. Our new friends want to formally introduce themselves. Feeling up for a little diplomacy? You and me both. I'm sending you the information now. Kim out.
And these Etherians came to your rescue then?
Yes, Admiral. With their help, we made it back home.
That's quite the story, Captain. Sounds like you're lucky to be here.
Ops to Admiral Quinn.
Quinn here.
The Etherian leader has arrived, sir.
Very well. Send them in.
I bring you greetings from the Etherian Concordia. I am Tassin Fey, leader of the Starship Harmony. I come to you today with an offer of alliance against a common foe. The Borg Kingdom. This conflict is larger than you know. It is in fact a multiversal conflict. If we act together, we can bring it to an end. But we must act soon, or all will be lost. In this and every universe.
After the devastation of the Dominion War, the Cardassians chose a path that would lead their planet to prosperity and democracy. Not everyone agreed with this choice. A secret organization dedicated to the return of the Cardassian Union and the Obsidian Order plagues Federation and Cardassian forces seeking to overturn newfound freedoms in favor of oppression and aggression. In the end, the fight to save Deep Space Nine may be the battle that decides the fate of the
planning the event as we speak. When the time comes, I'd like you to be there. I'll let you know when the plans are finalized. There are a lot of people on Starbase 1 who owe you a great debt of gratitude. We couldn't have stopped the attack without you. Well done.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Cordial greetings. I request your presence at a gathering on Station Deep Space Nine. We shall discuss the Borg Kingdom problem and potential solutions. We live at a perilous time, friend, but recall our axiom. Through harmony, we are secure. Through unity, we are strong. Together we will strive to defeat our mutual enemy and establish peace for one and all.